Ramin, we are delighted to be presenting a Night with the Phantom, and here is Mr. Phantom himself, Ramin Karimloo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. So this is really an interesting show, isn't it? It's a bit like a greatest hits album, isn't it?
Yeah, what I'm really looking forward to is, I really love singing. I'm not a technical singer. I'm not, I'm untrained. I come from a rock background, but I've had a great career and a blessed career that I'm really grateful. So what I find is I love singing these in concert, out of character, and as myself because they are such great tunes. And sometimes you don't really pay attention to that as an actor because you're just living the character and you're putting the sort of drama behind it. And as much as you do that in a concert, it's just nice to get up there and sing as well. And the set list is quite eclectic. I've never really tapped into Rodgers and Hammerstein before, and I'm really looking forward to that.
So the songs are from the best of the West End, the best of Broadway. How difficult is it when you approach a new song? Do you start by imitating and then actually add your own bit in, or do you actually dissect it first?
It depends. Especially earlier in my career, it was all about imitation. That's how I learned, and I think I remember Michael Bublé said how he started. So there was a bit of solace in that because I thought, oh, geez, I'm a fraud. Now, I just follow my instincts. If I've heard a rendition that's really good and my voice lends to it, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I would use that. But songs like If Ever I Would Leave You, you want to keep that traditional heart, though, as well, so I don't want to try and be clever for the sake of being clever. I'll do what's honest to me, but it's a beautiful song as is.
Let's talk about the journey of how you've actually ended up where you are, because for many people, you're in a box as a West End performer, Phantom of the Opera, but there's way more to you than that, isn't there?
I hope so, and I'm still finding that out myself, because so much has happened so quickly, and the Phantom being so iconic, happening so early in my career, obviously people are relating that to me, and that's not a bad thing at all, because I don't feel I'm a one-trick pony, but I'm still figuring out what other tricks I do have, and that's what I'm really excited about.
Now, with the Phantom shows, there's of course the 25th anniversary shows. You must be excited about those as well.
What an honor and a blessing to be chosen by Cameron to do that.
What can people expect for those shows?
It's just going to be one of the greatest nights in music. It's going to go down in history, that's for sure. They're still designing it, and I'm trying to stay away from finding out what I want to get to rehearsals and see it all for the first time as well. But they've told me a few things that I think are just going to be really amazing.
Well, from those shows, you move on to, of course, these A Night with the Phantom, and you're actually touring as well. How does the touring thing take with you?
That I find more nerve-wracking than the actual 25th anniversary concert, because I think, the key is it's not about just singing great songs. It's keeping the energy up for, I guess, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and that, it's funny because usually when people see me, they see me as a character. Now I'm myself. I got nothing to hide behind. Pardon a terrible pun, but no mask to hide behind. You know what I mean? But I'm really looking forward to working with Scarlett as well. I think she's one of the best in the West End. I was pretty honored that she decided to come along for the ride.
Well, let's talk about Scarlett Strallen. For anyone who might think, hang on, I know the name. What's she been in? Remind us.
Well, I think she's cleaned house in the West End and on Broadway. Mary Poppins, I think, was her latest role. She's just down in Chichester, I believe, doing Singing in the Rain and getting great reviews. But, the pedigree that she comes from, I just finished working with her sister Summer in Love Never Dies last year. Their work ethic is unbelievable, and they're like precision. I look at them and I think, wow, they know the business, they know their instruments, their craft. So as much as I'm going to enjoy singing with her and having a fun time, I'm going to learn by working with her as well.
And it's not only Scarlett who'll be joining you. Olivia Archbold is also coming along for the party. What will she be providing?
There's a middle section of the show that we're still tampering with and seeing what will fit, like I said. I'm really looking forward to hearing her live again, because obviously I saw her when Britain's Got Talent aired. It's like a little young Alison Krauss, which to me is one of the most angelic voices out there. So it'd be nice to maybe even sing with her. But none of that side of the set is done. But I know she's confirmed, and we've tweeted a couple of times. It's going to be a lot of fun. You got what I've done in my sort of style of voice, and you got Scarlett, and now you got Olivia. It's just, and I think somehow these three such different voices will go really well and lend itself great to the evening.
So the show is a real mixed bag. There's going to be you as people know you, and then there's also going to be you as more of the rock background, which you sort of alluded to earlier on. Tell us about that.
Well, that's sort of where my heart lay as a kid, and trying to sing in rock bands and recently I've just formed my own sort of bluegrass folk rock band, and I've been writing music with my friend who's just playing Javert now, Hadley Frazier, who's just unbelievably talented.
Give us an idea of somebody was thinking, well, hang on, I can't see how he's going to take the mask off and sing a bit of Rodgers and Hammerstein, put the mask on and do a bit of Phantom, and then pick up a guitar and rock in whose sort of style? Give us a sort of an idea.
This album I really like because it's slightly has its own niche, but it wouldn't be far removed. Like, we'd be all right singing down in Nashville, but it's not country either. I don't want to do a disservice, but it's not like headbanging. It's, you know, if we picked up an acoustic, it would lend itself to that as well as with a 40-piece orchestra.
And for each of the locations, you're returning actually both for Bristol, Manchester and Birmingham. What's it like when you actually turn up in those cities? Do you really enjoy it?
I do, and I've toured twice in my career, and the last one I think was at 2005 with Miss Saigon, and all three of those places I stayed for, I think it was about at least 4 weeks, but sometimes 6. And I think, and I'm not just saying this, but all three of those cities I'm really excited to head back to. Birmingham, I had a great time. Bristol was so vibrant. Manchester's just such a slick city, you know. I'm really looking forward to going back there.
So it's going to be fun on stage and also off stage as well.
Yeah, I hope so. But I'll leave the off-stage shenanigans till after. Make sure the show is done and everybody's got their money's worth.
Ramin, lovely talking to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you there.